Right, okay, so that's the forks out of the frames. That's basically as stripped down as it's going to get. I do need to get the seat lock off, but it looks like the bolt is a bit damaged there. So that's the frame all apart, ready for powder coating. The next thing I need to do is just spray degreaser all on the frame. I'm probably just going to jet wash all of that off. Obviously the forks are out as well, ready to strip apart and rebuild. So I'm just going to spray the frame now with some degreaser and just jet wash the dirt and the oil off the frame, so it's all prepped and ready to get it powder coated really. Okay, so now that the frame's all stripped down and clean and ready to go off, I'm just going to spend a little bit of time stripping the forks down, emptying out the oil from the forks, and then once they're apart, get the lowers polished and just check to see if there's any damage inside, and make a bit of a parts list on what we might need to get these back up and running. Okay, so first of all, whilst the lower clamp is still tight, it's just going to allow me to just undo this top nut. Same again on this one. And then the next thing to do to empty the oil out is literally just this screw at the bottom, which allows the oil to come out. Loosen that off. Okay, so we can just take out that bolt completely. So what you can see now already is just degreaser, because I've just been degreasing these lowers. Can just give these forks okay. And then once that's done, we'll just take off this top nut completely, which will allow us to take the spring out. And press them again. And then you can take the springs out. So one thing to note that I haven't mentioned is that there is a 6mm bolt on the bottom of these forks, which it is a good idea to crack those open before you take the forks off the bike or before you take the lower clamp off. Okay, so now that that's done and the oil is out of the forks, I'm just going to lower the pinch bolts on the lower clamp, which will allow me to slide the fork legs out of the clamp. happen. Okay, so after a lot of whacking and a bit of an oil spillage, the lower clamp is now free from the stanchion. So all we need to do now is just undo this bolt, which I cracked off before. Back in, is it? If you've already cracked it and you're struggling to get it undone, it's because the internal bit that it threads into is spinning. So what you can do is just put the spring back in, push down on the fork. There's the bolt out. And then that should now allow us, see the spring can come out. And it should allow us to pull the fork out completely. And then here's the part that it was threading into, which should just drop out the bottom with the spring. And there we have it. So all the components now are ready to strip down. Obviously give the stanchion a good look, make sure there's no scoring or any serious damage. Obviously all of this up here can get cleaned off, and it isn't actually going to be part of the working system through the seal. But obviously we'll like to get all that cleaned up, ready for some fresh oil and a rebuild. So just need to get the other one done now, and then we'll start working on cleaning everything up and getting the forks back together. Okay, so the bike's completely apart. The frame and all the other bits have now actually gone to the powder coaters. The forks are out and they are stripped down and apart. So this evening's job is to get all of these parts cleaned up, polish the lowers, get rid of all of this sort of pitting and grease, and then get the forks in a position ready to fully assemble so they are done and waiting for the frame to arrive. And yeah, I'll insert a clip of how they look now, and then I'll probably just time lapse the whole process and then put in another clip once the forks are all fresh and ready to go back together. Okay, so that's all the fork components cleaned up and ready to go back together. So I've polished the lower legs. They've come up quite well, to be fair. I've also cleaned up the stanchions the best I can. There is still some pitting around the top, but that will be covered by the clamps and these covers here. The idea was just to get this a little bit smoother so that the clamps slide onto the stanchions a little bit easier. Yeah, these bits all polished up, so I'm literally just polishing the chrome bits. They're not amazing, but I'm just polishing the chrome bits with like aluminium foil and a bit of white vinegar. The only thing I'm waiting on before I can get the forks back together is replacement bushings. Up here they were a special order item, so once these arrive, that means I can get them back together. I was going to put them back together without it, but I just think whilst it's apart, it's probably best just to get those replaced. I have got new seals, so there'll be new oil seals in the forks, new crush washers for the drain bolts here and in here. And yeah, that's pretty much as far as I can go with the forks now until those bushings arrive. So for the rest of the day, I'm pretty much just gonna get everything else ready to go, I think. So rear mudguard, that can get cleaned up whilst I've got the polishing kit out. Same with the rear grab handle. All of these bits, like the kickstart lever and the gear lever, I've got new rubbers for. And then yeah, just basically getting stuff ready for when the frame arrives back from the powder coaters. The engine sat there, still needs attention. Haven't really done anything with that since removing it. I think that'll be the stage after getting like all the forks back together and stuff. So yeah, I've received another parcel from David Silver Spares. Oh, and also good news, without showing too much, I have the V5 for the CB, which means it's now registered in the UK, which is exciting. So another parcel time. What's in the box? So as mentioned, we've got fork seals, key cover for the steering lock, rubbers for the fork, rubbers for the like kickstart, stuff like that. Hardware, I've got a piston rebuild kit for the master cylinder, so that's basically the front brake can get rebuilt now. I've got a seat cover, so I'm going to recover the seat. Just little bits for the front mud guard. There's some hardware in here for the front mud guard as well. Bolts for the rear struts, rear suspension basically. Side stand rubber, and then I think underneath here is chain and sprockets. So a new sprocket for the front and the back with a new chain, which will obviously go on once the engine's back in. So yeah, for now I'm just going to move on to cleaning the rest of the bits up and yeah, go from there. Right, so I think I'm just going to wrap that video up there. I've got about as far as I can get until I get the fork bushings, so I can get the forks back together, and then I'm still waiting for the frame and all the other bits that are at the powder coaters to come back. And then once that's back, I can start putting the bike back together. Obviously get the forks rebuilt and back together with fresh oil and seals and everything, and then all the components can start going back on. So mud guards have all been polished up, kickstart lever and gear lever have been polished up with new rubbers. So yeah, the job's left to do really is engine, dive into the sort of work that needs doing on the engine, recover the seat and stripping back the wiring loom and seeing what work needs doing there. But I'm just going to wrap that up for now. I think yeah, I can't really go much further. So yeah, we'll do probably more in the next episode, but if you've got this far, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.